That time again, confess your sins to us, boys.
Tell me now.
I gotta vent this. I don't even have a question to ask about it. Once I ran a solo game with just one player. It's really good. End up frequently running one-man campaigns as I can actually roleplay back and forth a lot of characters at once, all talking to one person. I have a group of friends I ran for, and none of them know each other.
That is such a strange, bizarre occurrence.
Me and a friend I met online set up a group and we talked about making small 2 to 4 player games. Each of them play multiple characters and we continue to play with whatever group has the right combination of people who turned up to a session. As time goes on, online friend starts talking about how he feels like such a loser for role-playing as a fighter chads that get tons of puss when he's a virgin in real life. Roleplay as your heroes, guys.
Yeah, well, like, if you can't get it one way, you might as well try and do it another way.
If the whole party consents to it.
Yeah, no, I go to...
No hornies at the table, guys.
Horny gets the bunk. But no, like, honestly, like, if you really want to suggest someone, just go for intimidation, call it a day.
On tabletop, not in real life. Don't bring a D20 out with you to the club.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be a pretty...
base move.
It would be a certain dominance.
It would be a dominance. In our solo games, this guy was cool with role-playing. Though he did seem a little crazy as he'd suddenly become somber and ask for the game to end at the most abrupt and inconvenient moments. In the group, he would barely talk. He keeps bringing up to me that he wants to quit the hobby. Tell him he just needs to find a hobby that makes him feel productive. Never takes my advice and says he's not good at anything. Says he's thinking about a lot of things right now.
Honestly, I think he's just depressed.
Yeah, help him out.
People go through stuff like that,
Ask all the other members if they're okay with me pretending to end the session and continue to play without him.
I mean, like if he's not really interacting that much, I don't know.
Players react poorly to my suggestion. Proceed to tell them snippets of what he confided with me in order to say. What? Don't tell other people.
Oh.
It works. We have a last session with the guy. Meanwhile, we've already created another Discord channel to play in. Continue to play without him. One of the guys is literally his friend, but is the best person in the group. Best case scenario, his depression is cured and we pretended we haven't been playing without him, but honestly, that's just for my guilt. Really. He didn't contribute much as time went on.
I mean, like, okay, yeah, it sounds a bit rough, but honestly, I'm bored with this.
Well, you shouldn't really have to,
Why should other people have to stop playing because you're not in the mood?
Exactly.
It's a group effort if everyone else still wants to keep playing, but you're not in the mood.
Why
should everyone else have to suffer?
But why don't they just be open with them and go, right, okay, well, we'll end this game, but
we'll start another one.
We're going to start a new Discord then, and we'll continue playing. Be honest with him.
I know, but like the problem is he'll probably fucking take a big huff on it, and it is hard to console people that are, people that are genuinely like actually depressed. It is hard to console people, and they never take advice very well, and they do take things the wrong way, and again with these people that tend to be very isolated as well, they tend to take it out on the people that actually are trying to help them an awful lot of the time, which is really difficult to handle.
You always take it out on the people who are closest to you.
Yeah, that's that goes without saying. I feel for me, honestly, I would have kept playing especially if he's not really doing much. It's different if he was like really at it and he was like making big moves. But if he's quiet most of the time, look, all I'm saying is you can take the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it.
Yeah.
And why should someone else?
Why should the rest of you suffer for one?
This isn't really a sin. This is more just a shit situation. Hopefully the guy feels better.
Be me a few years ago. Friends want to get into D&D. I've been playing for years and I'm relieved that I can stop playing with random tards online. Invite them to my house to teach them how to play D&D. It takes them almost 2 fucking hangouts to actually make characters because they kept getting distracted.
Oh.
It's not a good sign.
No, it's not.
Always joking around in my house or staring at their phones and generally not focusing on the game. Characters should have been done a long time ago, but whatever. Get to what's supposed to be our first session. They continue goofing off. I tried to set up the ambience of putting on calm fantasy music, but they just laugh at it. They keep finding shit to joke and screw around with in my house. 2 of them are constantly on their phones. Half an hour passes and we haven't even done anything yet. I finally snap and immediately kick them out of my house. But we want to play. You had your chance.
I mean, like, they did have their chance.
They tell me they have no way to get home at this hour and that they expected to be here for longer. Tell them that that's not my problem. I then locked my door and went back into my room to play video games.
I mean, this is a bit harsh.
You know, I'm guessing they're like your friends who you regularly hang out with, because it says friends want to get into D&D. So, number one, I wouldn't kick them out of my house. I'd be like, right, okay, I'm not doing
right,
this.
No, honestly, guys, I'm not doing this with you. If we're going to do this, we're going to do
play
it proper.
Fucking whatever, play some video games or something, because you
aren't up for it.
I wouldn't kick them out of my house because they're not fucking...
You know, it's annoying though, because the thing is, like, you know, let's be serious, a lot of people do tweet DMs. It's like, oh, that's not my job, that's your job, you're the DM. Like, you know, players just kind of show. Let's be serious, players are shitty human beings.
So are DMs.
DMs can be, but there's a lot more weight on a DM's shoulders.
No, just people in general.
Yeah, just people in general. But what I'm trying to say is, for me, right, so these people, I wouldn't even give them character sheets. I would just start rolling dice.
Yeah.
I would just...
A random generator, that's what I would do.
No, I wouldn't even bother with that. I would just start throwing shit at them. You know, don't even use goal sets.
Yeah.
Just LARP it out. Bit of role play.
Yeah. Give them basics of basic characters.
Yeah.
That's it.
This is what we're dealing with.
A small handful of stat blocks, so they can look at, so they get used to playing.
You know what I think this is, guys?
And just make it fun for them, they get into it.
I feel like this is a sort of thing where these people have probably watched, like, you know, they've watched some games online, and they thought, oh, you know what, that actually looks like a lot of fun, do you want to try it out? But then when you first actually start getting into it, it's like, oh wait, there's numbers involved, I have to work out like a character sheet, you know, and that throws a lot of people off, you know, and if you're not actually like really wanting to learn, it's very, very difficult. I feel like, you know, it depends. I suppose we weren't there. We didn't know the vibe. This isn't really a sin. I wouldn't have thrown someone out of my house, but at the same time, if you're asking to play, I would be like, right, do you want to do this properly? And 2 sessions in, you don't even have a character sheet. Come on.
Get your life sorted.
Exactly.
Keep looking for Lud 5th edition servers because I hate the one I'm in. It's the worst combination of things. Everyone plays fucking Fuda. Everyone is a furry. And all the other DMs have brought into the trans adversarial bullshit as the only way to play.
I mean, like, let's be serious, we all knew that they were all going to be furries. Yeah. Like, let's be serious, like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. ERP first, go hand in hand. Yeah, something like that. Although, one question I do want to ask, is Fuda always, like, CGI? I don't know if it's always CGI.
I don't know.
Or is it like a mix with hentai? I have no idea.
The old, you should never be able to kill a dragon because the dragon is smart and will just drop rocks on you from 500 feet kind of reasoning. These same people who allow plane shift Naga to begin as size large, breaking their already overpowered grapple mechanics still further.
Oh, okay, so what's the grapple mechanics for? Why are you mentioning this on an ERP server?
Yeah.
I wonder, okay, what... Will we try and delve into it?
No.
Are you sure?
That's not fucking delve into it.
Well, okay, so it's a Naga, so
Too goddamn early for this shit, I'm tired.
No, what we're going to go for is, so I'm going to assume it's a suffocation fetish, maybe? Like, you know, because, you know, like, snakes, like, crush their... Is it like a python? Do they work more like pythons, or do they eat them? Pythons do eat them though as well, don't they? So are you mixing like Are we mixing strangulation?
I'm too fucking tired.
I never thought.
Talking about all this shit.
No, but I never thought that like Naga, they incorporate an awful lot of fetishes all together. So you got the scalies, you got them happy, and then normally like they're women from like the
Why is the internet like this?
Well, no.
Why are people like this?
Look, let's go through it, Megan. Come on, let's do this. So you got your scalies. You got your vor fetish, you got your strangulation fetish. What other things do Nagas cover quite easily? Can you have Fuda, scaly? I don't really think so, but I'm sure. Look, that's never stopped anyone from trying, though, has it?
Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is fucking ASMR channel now. You know what's pretty fucking based? Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
All the titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of...
Sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
Look, we've got big brains. We add shit. But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed... what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. I regularly use invitations to game nights as a gateway to flirting with people I'm interested in and slowly seducing them. I've broken up relationships as a result of this. I'm guessing that's what he's trying to say. As well as sent people down dark paths resulting in unwanted pregnancies, STIs, and drug addiction. I refuse to stop. Boy, you're the worst of the fucking worst.
I'm going to say, this has to be a garb. But, okay, so, I don't know where to start. So is he a bug cheese? Is he one of those people that, like, tries to get STDs? Do you think? So what does he do exactly? So if he's getting some people addicted to drugs, what does he do? Does he, like, show up at, like, random people's games and just be like, hey, kids, do you want to have some drugs?
Oh, somebody said the STI yours, Papa Nurgle. And he replied, thankfully not. I'm in the kink and swinging scene in my area, and I always play safe just out of habit. But through gaming, I've introduced a lot of people to the scene, and some of them have been less conscientious with their safety.
I mean, I'm not going to bother telling you guys, like, do you want your dick to fall off? Because, you know your dick can't fall off.
Yeah.
So, don't let your dick fall off, guys, because, no one wants their dick to fall off. Did I mention your dick can fall off?
Don't get a dirty dick.
Yeah, don't get a dirty dick.
Nobody wants a dirty dick?
No.
Who wants a dirty dick? You?
No.
Do you want a dirty dick?
No one wants a dirty dick. No one wants a dirty dick.
Oh, I visited a group I online DM'd for a while because I got invited to a birthday and I had to travel by train. I'm a sober alcoholic and they knew. Yet they decided to make this a blue-green party anyway. What's a blue-green?
I don't know, it's probably something to do with Alcoholics Anonymous.
I relapsed, got back in the wagon but stopped talking to them because I'm still mad that they forced me to stay in bumfuck nowhere with no escape plan and got shit-faced, fucking me over this way.
That is a pretty...
especially if they knew that you were a recovering alcoholic.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know...
That's a pretty shitty thing to do. If they invited you, they should have at least invited you for, like, dinner.
Yeah.
And, like...
You need to be careful with this sort of stuff because, honestly, I've met a good few alcoholics and I know quite a few that don't drink at all anymore. And the ones that I do know that don't drink anymore, they're very careful about it, and but they've got that mentality.
They're very careful about the situations that they're in.
They don't put themselves in a situation where they might be, and also even if they do feel they'll just go home. They'll just go home. So like guys say about,
but it's a pretty shitty thing, especially because they knew about it.
If you know about this, then you know. Like, sweet, there's nothing wrong with kissing your homies goodnight. All right, that's all I'm saying. Just kiss your homies goodnight. No homo, guys. All right.
Be me, being interested in D&D for the first time. Hear that some friends of a cousin of mine also play D&D. Ask cousin and his friends if it's okay if I could play with him. They tell me to first read the rulebook and send my sheet as soon as possible, and that they are glad to have new players. The whole rulebook, and in a fucking day. What the fuck? I do.
You don't really need to.
You don't need to. You can literally look over somewhere.
Honestly,
on YouTube, look it up.
I feel like D&D is the type of game where just play it and you'll pick it up.
I think the more you play it, the more you get a hang of the rules.
Yeah, I feel like it's...
But I'm one of those people who learn practically rather than, you know,
I feel like the
shit.
rules are very... It's hard to sink in.
Yeah, I do. I make a sheet. Decide to play a human fighter for the first time.
Base department.
A bit basic, but pretty much good for a starter.
Yeah.
Send them my sheet. Receive no reply. Fast forward a few months. Meet cousin and his friends at the university. We chill and talk normally and remember the game thing. I ask about it. They say I didn't send anything, so they started without me. Notice one of my cousin's friends who I get along best gets a bit nervous. Ask him in private what's up. My face when they did get my PC sheet. My face when they just spent like a fucking hour just laughing at how shit my PC was, because it was so basic and it didn't use any magic or shit. Oh my god,
like,
it's this
sort your fucking
first
self
character?
Out. Like, okay, first of all, go fuck yourself. How does that sound? Martial
Honestly,
classes
I would be
are
surprised.
the beast of the beast classes.
But I would
will
be
have no
surprised
more
if
about
a
this.
first-time player came to my table and it wasn't a fighter.
I would say
it's
you
just
should.
easy to get. It's
You
just
should.
easy.
Just do it. It's
Just
like,
to get a hang of the game.
Is there any like look? If you show up, you have no idea really what you're doing. You kind of got a very basic understanding.
Yeah.
Why not just I bonk them with my sword.
Yes.
There we go. Oh,
There.
sweet. Do you wanna bonk them twice?
But it gets the hang of rolling dice,
Yeah,
turn, shit like that.
I don't think
No.
like a first time player should not be focusing too much on the actual mechanics and be focusing more on just the.
And first time players,
the
don't do
flow.
magic. Don't do magic.
It'll come with you. Like
Yeah.
if you've got an idea for a character, take your time. You know. See, this is why honestly he didn't miss out on anything though. People like this, you need to be worried about. Fuck them.
My face went, even my cousin laughed at it. They just agreed that they didn't want new fags botching their fun. So they made out like they didn't invite me and ignored me after that. Ask about that to my cousin later when his friends are gone. He gets mad and says I embarrassed him in front of his friends because the fighter's trash with no magic. And that they expected me to go full... Is that going to be autism?
I think so. Autism. Full autism.
With my very first PC. Besides that, they didn't want me in the first place.
Well, I think you dodged a bullet with that one, mate.
So now it seems I embarrassed my cousin for just wanting to try out D&D.
That's fucking sad.
Right underneath that, sounds like your cousin is a cunt.
Honestly, he fucking is. Honestly, I've got no time for people like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm perfectly okay with people like gatekeeping to a certain extent. Okay, whenever a group of players we get together, this is the way we play together. This is our dynamic. This is what we enjoy doing. You kind of do need to conform to that group's playstyle a bit, or at least take it into consideration.
Don't get me wrong, I can understand people not wanting new players in their game, especially if
they've got a group that they think works, and it's so hard to find a group that you're happy with.
And
it's so
a
fucking hard.
They're experienced players, they know what they're doing, and you just want to play a game. You just don't want to be saying, do this, do that, do this, do that, do new player. I get that, but at least be honest, like, look, we're not taking any more players at the minute.
Yeah, we're pretty happy with what we've got going.
You know.
But yeah,
don't be a dick.
Cousin's an absolute cocksucker. Martial classes
he sounds ginger anyway.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
why have I got an image of a ginger guy in my head?
Oh my god, why is it so true? We'll do a couple more. We'll keep going. But honestly, no sin was committed here by your cousin being an absolute cocksucker.
Yeah.
Straight up. Let's be serious.
Be me back in 2013, 2014. Teen who didn't play a normal P&P session other than some online Neverwinter nights or some shit like that. I know how broken 3.5 edition was, and didn't really like the feel of humanised other races with whatever snowflake thing slapped on top of it. Found a group of 3 guys that were originally on the Neverwinter server, looking for people to play Dark Heresy 2nd edition through Mumble/Teamspeak. Anxious as fuck, but I get into the mood. We've played out the basic scenario/adventure from one of the books, and I knew it even then. Didn't mind it. GM openly snorted speed, and even left the mic on.
Base?
I wanted to say base, but I don't want to promote nothing, guys. We promote nothing on this channel. The other guys were his friends, so they didn't mind. They were like 25 to 26, and I was like 16, so yeah.
I mean, like, who didn't go to like some sketchy crack then when they were 14?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
and how just sit there with your like tin of beer.
Yeah.
And
there's like a guy in the corner like looks like he's straight up dead. I mean, like he didn't end up in that situation at least once.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on here.
Dude totally started getting spastic and ended up showcasing a Warhammer story. Decided to fuck the players over by providing ridiculous, badly homebrewed enemies.
I mean, honestly, a DM on speed sounds actually pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think it would be for, like, I would need to have
really interesting.
I would need to have a few beers in me, but I do think it would be for a fun night.
Yeah.
Tell me it wouldn't be.
Yeah. It'd be like sitting down listening to Nicolas Cage on cover.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want them like doing like with a webcam on and like flipping and turning like side to side.
So guys,
yeah. I want them to paint half their face like a woman and half the face like a man, and like they go in between characters, like sitting like Portland style. You get what I'm trying to say.
The big bad evil guy outsmarted us at every turn, despite us going cloak and dagger, and the GM stated he had cameras in the city. The planet we were on got a fucking rebellion, and the big bad evil guy escaped, blasting a city or 2 on it with explosives for no reason.
I mean, like it's 40k setting, like no reason for blowing stuff up. I X'd it out.
My sin was ghosting those schmucks, and I found a group through a Facebook page. Originally I recruited like 8 people and divided them into 2 groups. Weeded out like half of them. Now I have 5 regulars. Discord wasn't that popular back then, mind you, and I didn't even think about getting people off TG even back then. Been GMing for them till now through a myriad of settings. 2 of them even picked up GMing because of me. Feels good, despite having sinned myself.
I don't really think
I don't
was a
think
sin.
you sinned.
Honestly, I think, like, you know, it's a bit of an experience more than like, if any of you guys ever actually experienced, like, straight up crackheads, I've said
Yeah.
this before, crackheads are actually kind of fun, but keep them at arm's length. Never, like,
Never
honestly,
trust a crackhead.
Yeah, like, you know, you stay away from them, you stay at arm's length, but they're some of the funniest shit you've ever heard in your life.
Never take anything they offer you either.
Yeah, no, never, ever, ever. Just feed them cigarettes and they'll be happy with you. Honestly, feed them cigarettes and they won't steal off you. They're actually...
Cigarettes and cider?
Yeah, honestly, that's all you gotta do. But yeah, I don't really feel like this video doesn't have much sinning going on, if I be honest with you. I mean, I feel like a lot of this was more miscommunication or just bullshit happens.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the worst. I mean, like, okay, yeah, like, it can't be a confession thread without at least one comer complaining like, oh, everyone's a fit at my ERP server. It's like you get what you fucking deserve. You get what you fucking deserve. Alright?
Life rolls the dice for you, and this is what you get.
This is what you get, alright? But yeah, honestly, I think, like, you know, you guys know how it is. Problems that lie, people are difficult. This isn't a D&D, this isn't a tabletop thing. This is a people thing. And, you know, the problem is, I feel this especially with role-playing games because they are so personal and they are so social. These problems are amplified by 10, and I feel like that's why we have so much of this.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
That's what I feel anyway about the whole situation. But if you guys want, we've actually I should have put this at the start of the video, but we might as well put it in here. We started a bit of a thing last night, Sunday nights. We're going to be trying to do
Maybe not every Sunday night.
It won't be every Sunday, but me, a few of the boys that I play with, like Guardbros, Freeman, we have started a bit of a Sunday night stream of sorts. What we're focusing on is like one-off one-shots. The first one is up for sale. It's called Steel Water. Megan, do you want to explain to them what it's about?
It's about Bella Delphine.
Yeah.
And she may or may not have poisoned the town's bathwater.
She
She poisoned the town's well with her bathwater, sorry, and she's turned the townspeople into simps.
If that
Imps.
Get it, guys. Get it.
Do you get that play on words?
I think it's really funny. Just saying. If you're interested, check out the stream. If you're really interested, you can buy it. We've got it up
and
for
you know
sale.
where you can buy it?
Oh, Neckbeardia.
The link down below.
Yeah,
Neckbeardia.co.uk. You can also get models there.
You can also get subclasses. We've got a lot of stuff, but I would definitely recommend the Steel Water Bella Defend.
Yes, definitely.
I think it was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And we've actually got a lot more. We're working on a lot more things behind the scenes. The only sad thing is Megan can't join us for most of them.
I am a mother now, guys.
Yeah,
I do have a dependent.
The problem is you can't really do it when you're live because, like, you know, someone needs to be there to look after the child. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can't just throw them in the back room and be like, okay, that's you on your own.
Bye-bye.
you know what I mean?
That's why. But I might pop in now and again
do the odd
voiced
NPC
or something.
Oh, you can do some of the monkey voices for the next one that's coming up.
Ooh, ah.
Ooh, ooh, ah.
Tang tang, well,
bang bang. Look, I don't want to tell you guys what's going to happen, but like, let's just we'll leave it there, will we? So yeah.
Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.